You guys don't have to come on video. I'm just going to be on here probably for the first day or so anyway, um, just so you know who I am. All right, guys. So, again, welcome to Career Prep. My name is Cynthia Taylor. I am one of the many instructors for this class. Everyone takes this course, is one of the reasons why we run so many courses. We actually run probably 10 classes a month almost, just in Career Prep, just to let you know how large it is. I've been teaching for since 2007, so however long that's been. And I taught in many different universities. I teach finance, I teach technology, I teach computer science, but I also teach business. I've taught in Africa, I've taught in New York, in New Jersey, where I used to live. Taught for some schools up there, a lot of different teaching. But my background is actually, I was a veteran. I'm a veteran. I was in the military. I'm also worked for nonprofit and finance, did some investing, and also now work as a consultant for the federal government. Oh, that's on pause now. I'm sure you guys have been reading the news. So, unfortunately, I was one of the many people that got our jobs put on pause. But we'll see how that goes. Um, hopefully that will change. But that's okay because I still teach and I'll continue to teach, and it's been wonderful. So I've been teaching for Southern Tech for about 3 years now. So, and I've been teaching primarily this class. You guys are going to be from all over, like I was just telling Alfred. I think you guys are Tampa, Port Charlotte, what is it, Sanford, Brandon, all over. So the class is all over. You'll get to meet everyone. Really quick thumbs up. How many of you are in the welding program? And I know there's only a few of us here now, but any welders? What about HVAC? I see. Okay, Alfred's in the welding.
Yeah, beautiful. Do you want them to see you?
Um, HVAC. Okay. Electrical. And then what about VA? Any VA? So I say that to say, just so you can get a sense of how many different modalities are in this class. So we have what, four different disciplines that are in this class, and that's typical of all the classes. So we'll chat about, how this course is relevant to all the different disciplines, but I just wanted you guys to know that you are in the company of a very eclectic mix of students, and so we'll be drawing in from the experiences of all of you guys. Um, if this is your first career, give me raise your hand or give me a thumbs up if this is your first career. Okay, so a few. Okay. Oh, okay, quite a few. Now, if this is your new career, like this, you're transitioning. Maybe you transitioned from the military. Maybe you were in medical. Maybe you were in a different discipline. If this is you're transitioning, give me a quick thumbs up. Okay. So what we know is this. What we know is this, that whether you have had this is your first career or that this you're transitioning in from a new career, that you're going to be working for somebody's business. Is that not the case? Right? I don't care if you're working at Target or if you're a doctor or a professor. At the end of the day, if you're not running your business, you're running someone's business. So it then becomes like, how do we, um, you know, what's our role in that? And so what we want to teach you in this class is that yes, you are going out and you're going to start your new industry, but we want you to always have in mind that you are part of a bigger process. And so, why is it important for you to understand where you fit into that role in business? Because you're either going to go into leadership, you're going to be an entrepreneur, you're going to you know, have, the job that you have is going to pay your bills, right? So you need to be concerned about it from a financial standpoint. And I'm just going to turn my camera off really quickly because I'm getting some static. You're also may be a project manager at at some point. And even, if nothing else, maybe you're going to run your own business. So it's important for you to understand how business works. It's very important for you to understand how business works, regardless of what discipline you're in. Many of you understand that this is your first initial position. However, you're going to get promoted. You're going to be in leadership. You're not just going to be doing that job. More specifically, this class is going to teach you how to even think about long term goals as it relates to this career. Like, you don't start out saying, okay, well, I just want to get my first job and then I'll figure it out. By the time that you leave school, and I remember when I graduated from UCF almost, I don't know, 2025, was it 20, was it 2005? We can do the math on that. I left with a plan, right? I left with a plan. It was very important to know where I was going to go when I left the school. So years and years later, we're still doing that, making sure that you know where you're going to go because ideally what you want to do is have a long-term goal. So if you are in an electrical field, you may say, I want to become a master electrician and own my own business. Even more specifically, I want to become a master electrician in 6 years and own my own business in 10 years. Well, why is that important? That's important because you're in class today. It is going to inform the decision that you're going to make once you graduate, what type of job you're going to go after. Maybe you want to go work for a small company because you'll get an opportunity to learn, while on the job. You'll get to see firsthand what it's like to run your own business because you have that in mind. Maybe you want to get into project management, so you want to go work for a large construction firm so that you can kind of work your way up to the top, get a bunch of certifications, let them pay for it. Maybe they have a tuition reimbursement program because you're going to go back to school, and that is your goal. Maybe if you were in the VA program, you're gonna own your own pet mobile clinic, and you want to go deal with, exotic species. Obviously down here in Florida, there's a lot of different animals, alligators or whatever you want to deal with. And so you want to go work for, maybe the nature preserve or the nature conservancy. And so you have to be very targeted in what it is you're trying to do. So this class is going to teach you, about how to make those types of plans, not just how to get a job. But will we also talk about, how to build your resume and do interviews? Absolutely, but with your goal in mind. So, in essence, the class is all about you, right? This class is all about you. If you're comfortable talking about yourself and building a plan for yourself, it's going to be a very easy A for you. If you're not comfortable talking about yourself and writing about yourself, then maybe you may find this to be a little bit challenging, but that is the goal. That is the goal. So that is what we're going to do in this class. So, yes, you will be doing some practice interviews with career services. And let me say this, career services is going to be your friend. Career services is going to be your friend. How many people know their career services personnel? Give me a quick thumbs up if you've met career services, you know who they are. Very good. Very good. If you don't know, you will know. If you don't know, you will know them, right? You will know them if you don't know them. Because in this class, you're going to be working with career services. They're going to be helping you with your practice interview. They're going to be helping you. We'll talk about this informational interview. You may even do this with career services, but they're also going to be helping you with your resumes. How many people have a resume currently? Probably if you have a job, most of us have resumes, but um, oh, good, good. So this assignment is going to be easy for you because you are going to be working with career services to update your resume for this new position, which hopefully makes sense, right? So they're going to be assisting you with that. So the most important thing for you to understand is that this class is going to be a partnership. is going to be a partnership in between you, me, and career services. You, me, and career services. All right. So if you don't know career services now, you will get to know them. All right. So let's talk a little bit about how attendance works. Let's talk a little bit about how attendance works. The class attendance, the live session, whether starts at 6 p.m., right? The live session starts at 6 p.m. Every day, this live session is recorded. Every day, the live session is recorded. We're only going to be in the live session, typically first 30, 45 minutes will be in the live session. As soon as the live session is over, right when it's about to be over, I'll give, I call it an exit ticket. Some people call it, a question, a discussion question, a small assignment, however you want to do it. But the point is that question, that assignment, that exit ticket has to be done before 10 o'clock. It has to be done before 10 o'clock. And you are going to use that as your attendance and is part of your participation. Do we understand? Do we have any questions on that? All right. So now, how do you get that question? So here's what's going to happen. After this session, I'm going to give it to you if you're in a live session. But let's say, oh my God, you're not able to make the live session. What you can do is once I'm done, the session is going to be recorded. Sometimes I'll put the session that we're doing now. Sometimes I'll have a pre-recorded session, which is even better because you can actually, watch the video earlier than 6 p.m. You watch the video, get that question, turn it in, you're done with your participation. Why is that so important? Because and it and well, let me show you this. Because this is your weighted grades. So if you look here, participation and attendance is 25% of your grade. You see that, right? 25% of your grade. Now you do have other assignments that are due every day and they're worth 40% of your grade. They're worth 40% of your grade. You have a project, you have a midterm, and you have a final, right? Don't try to memorize this. This is in your class, but I want you guys to see how that works. And more importantly, I want you to understand the importance of the live participation assignment. Now, you have to do that assignment by 10 p.m. I want to go back and make sure that's clear. If you do not do that assignment, and I tell people once I give you the question, answer it right now. Like, don't even log out. Answer the question because your attendance gets recorded and you get 100 for that assignment. If you try to go in at 10:01, you miss the assignment and you get marked absent. Even if you've attended this live session, you're going to get marked absent because you did not do that attendance ticket question. I know many of you attended orientation. They should have explained that to you. Hopefully, you guys understand that. Now, I don't want you to confuse the participation assignment with all your other assignments. All your other assignments, you have until Sunday. So, watch this. All your other assignments, remember those assignments with 40%? 40% are all those other assignments every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you have an assignment. Even though those assignments have due dates, like today you have an assignment for Monday, Tuesday you have an assignment for Tuesday, they're all open now. If you go to week 1, they're all open now. You have until Sunday to do those assignments. Sunday at 11:59. So what are you saying, Miss Taylor? I don't have to do Monday's assignment right now? Well, technically you don't. Maybe you got to go pick your kid up from soccer and you can't get back to your computer until tomorrow after you've done that participation question. You can come back tomorrow and do it. Just make sure it's done by Sunday at 11:59. Any questions on that? Do we all understand? I did put a caveat here that, the week goes from Monday to Sunday, with the exception of week 4, where the course ends at 10 p.m. But other than that, the week ends on Sunday, with the exception of week 4, when it ends on that Thursday. All right. So that really is the gist of what I wanted to talk about for today. You do have an assignment, and I'm going to give you your participation question. I see my PowerPoint didn't save. It was supposed to say 10 p.m. because I taught this class this morning. So I'm sorry about the 12:30, but let's go ahead and jot this down now. Your participation question for today says, what do you hope to gain from this course? What do you hope to gain from this course? I'm going to give you a second to write that down for those of you that are not taking a picture, whatever you're doing. All right. That is your question for today. What do you hope to gain from this course? While they're writing that down, quick question. How many people have been in the classroom? If you've been in the classroom, maybe your campus has walked you through it. Has anybody not been in the classroom, not seen it, confused on what to do? What I'm going to do is I've made a longer video, and instead of recording it here, I'm going to go ahead and end this recording. But if anybody wants to stay and watch me do a walkthrough because you haven't been in the classroom, I'll do that for you. For those of you that have been in the classroom, done your online pledge, give me a thumbs up if you know what I mean by doing your online pledge, and you know how to get started, I'm not going to have you stay as I walk them through the class. But for those of you that have not been in the classroom, I'm going to show you around really quickly. And then tomorrow we're going to have a jump start, and we're going to start with chapter 1. So make sure that you're reading chapter 1 so we can get a start tomorrow. You do have an assignment today, very easy assignment. It's almost as simple as this class participation assignment. It should take you 2 sentences to do. So for those of you that know how to do it, unless you have any other questions for me, I'm actually going to release you. Unless you want to stay, you feel free. And for the rest of us, I'm going to walk you around the class. All right? So with that, give me a few minutes. I'm going to stop this recording. I'm going to stop sharing this. And